Well, there's been a big proposal that might affect just about everyone out there. AT&T has agreed to buy satellite TV provider DirecTV. They're going to pay $48.5 billion. Now, that's bad news from me.
Yes, it is.
Because I've got Always Talk Twice cell phone service. One thing that's never been screwed up for me is my DirecTV.
Uh-oh.
If AT&T takes over DirecTV, I am screwed.
It kind of sounds like it.
I mean, my favorite shows are going to be just go black all of a sudden. There's a fungus in the coffee trees called coffee rust. It's caused more than $1 billion in damage across Latin America. Fungus is especially deadly to the Arabica coffee. That's the bean that makes up the most high-end specialty coffees. It's already affecting the price of some of those coffees here in the United States. But for a lot of you out there, you'll finance coffee if you have to. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I see people here, spend thousands of dollars every year on these specialty coffees. And then they piss and moan that they don't have enough to do this, and they don't have enough. Well, they do.
I know. Let's go smoke.
Exactly. God, I can't afford that. With that double latte and that cigarette. They can't afford to do it.
I know. Broke some skylights at MSUB. Looks like Mara and her friends picked all the wild asparagus in town.
How's the library? That's what I'm concerned about. Is it okay?
No pictures, Paul. I don't know.
Okay. I hope it's all right.
I had talked about a rummage sale that was out at Pioneer Road, and I had taken some stuff to that, and I just gave it to them so that they could sell it. And what it was an estate sale, too, so there was people they were going through the house, so it wasn't just in the garage. Somebody stole a pocket watch.
Doesn't surprise me a bit.
Scumbags. Enjoy hell.
Doesn't surprise me a
Stealing
bit.
a pocket watch at a rummage sale.
Oh, yeah.
God. And one little funny to end it. Once you lick the frosting off a cupcake, it becomes a muffin, and muffins are healthy. And you're welcome.
You want to see some hail damage, just look at the old library down there. Boy, that southwest corner really got it bad down there.
That was construction equipment damage.
I'm telling you what, I'd hate to see the size of the stone that hit that one.
It's funny because all that was very isolated where that hit.
Concentrated right on that corner. Must have been a southwest wind.
Something.
Arcesa dealed $5,000 towards premium metal roofing for $3,500. Now, that may be something that comes in handy.
Very timely today, huh?
Yeah. And, those metal roofs, I got a metal roof, and, man, they can withstand a lot of hail.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be an option for you. I don't know if you're allowed to have a metal roof in Billings or not. I haven't. Have you seen any homes in the city of Billings with metal roofs?
Paul, when I'm driving around, I'm looking in people's windows.
That's true.
Not in the roof.
That's true. You can tell me what color towels they got in the bathroom, but you don't see the roof.
Hey, they painted that bathroom.
That's true. That's a good point. Ethanol producers see some of their most profitable months ever. The federal government is now considering whether to lower the amount of corn-based fuel that must be blended into your gasoline. If the EPA approves the reducing of the required amount of ethanol that must be used nationally from about 14 billion gallons to 13 billion, it would hurt the biofuels industry that built plants and spent billions on research based on what Congress approved in 2007. This is how your government works back-asswards. They mandate that these people put all this ethanol into gasoline. Let's use natural resources. Let's do that. Let's clean it up. So they mandate it in 2007. So, okay, we have to do it. So they spend billions building all these plants and all this stuff to get into your gasoline. Here it is 7 years later, and now the government wants to reduce the amount of ethanol, and that could hurt everybody that built those plants. Is it any wonder why America thinks that our government is screwy?
Oh, my God.
President Barack Obama made a surprise visit to Washington's Friendship Park. It's a Little League baseball field, and a handful of teams are already in full swing playing there. Obama shook hands with the players, posed for some photos with each team. They said that the president, even after he posed for photos, even tried his hand at pitching a little bit to the Little League kids. And Little League kids love it when a Democrat pitches because nobody strikes out. You just stay there until you hit. And even if you're tagged out, you're allowed to score. They love it when a Democrat pitches. Experimental drugs, and should people have the right to use them if, they want to use them? I mean, if they're out of options, and most of the people, you said, heck yeah, let them do it, just waiver and stuff like that. And got one in said, hey, frivolous lawsuits and these lawyers, that's why things cost so much. And all the such ridiculous disclaimers that we see. You see them all the time. Mm-hmm. Guy takes a Nissan car and jumps it on top of a moving train, and on the bottom it says, professionals drivers, do not try this at home. Simulated events. No kidding. Really?
You have to now,
And they have to do that. Because some ambulance-chasing, bottom-dwelling scum-sucker.
That was a different A word that I thought we were going to get.
We'll be out there and try to sue you, so you're absolutely right.
Paul, this is right up your alley. I got iPhone humor. For those of you that don't know, Steve Jobs was the founder and the big force behind Apple, so he died recently. What is written on Steve Jobs' tombstone? I came, I saw, I conquered, I left, I came back, iMac, iPod, iTunes, iPhone, iPad. Here's one for the guy down the hall that works with us. My iPhone screen is brighter than my future. Paul, your mama's so fat she invented the iPad when she sat on the iPhone. And there's even a pickup line. How much does your iPhone weigh? Enough to break the ice?
Oh, God. People are coming in wanting cars, and they say, well, I'm sorry, we don't have a car for you. And so here these people are flying into Montana's trailhead. We should have a bunch of horses up there, right? Because that's what we are, a bunch of dang Western hayseeds that do nothing but ride horses. And
let me run you down by the chamber building and show you our cattle statue.
Yeah, if you run out of stuff to do, we'll get you a knife and a piece of wood you can whittle. Because that's all we do out here.
That is kind of the image they're sending out.
Oh, hell yes. Careful. You're in engine territory.
Welcome to Montana. I don't suppose you got a chaw on you.
Yeah, exactly. And today we're talking about insects or animals that scare you the most. A tractor trailer carrying a load of bees caused a ruckus in Delaware. Overturned yesterday. State police said swarm of bees were released when the truck fell over on its side. It tried to take a curve on I-95. Troopers asked travelers to stay away from the area. Bee handlers were summoned. The bee experts worked with firefighters to use water to disperse the insects. The driver and a passenger were taken to the hospital, minor injuries. Unknown whether the two were hurt in the wreck. They were Some people in the area reported being stung after the wreck. The bee handlers got there and told them, though, as night falls, the bees will return to the hives on the truck. So they said, as far as cleanup goes right now, just let it be.
Thank you.
Let it be. Let it be. Let
that was
it be.
Team effort, lame humor.
Let it be. Goodwin Wilson. And as far as the top songs in the country right now, Problem is the number one song in the country.
Who does that?
Iggy somebody. Do we have that one?
I see a problem by Ariana Grande.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. That's it. Yeah. That's the number one song. Yeah.
They got one more problem with you, girl. Hey.
This is it.
Dance Farmer.
This is it right here. Number one song in the country. Happy got knocked out of the top three. Happy's down to number 6 now.
Oh, going to talk baseball, and this is AAA baseball. Alex Guerrero, who's an infielder for the Dodgers, who's playing in the minors right now, who they are paying $28 million, said something to a longtime veteran who thinks he should be at the show and not at AAA level. And they got into an altercation, and the $28 million guy got a piece of his ear bitten off and had to go to the hospital. The Dodgers say, we are aware of it, we are looking into it, and we are investigating it. And I do what I do. I thought of 3 songs right off the bat in country music where a guy lost an ear.
Yeah. Okay, got
Pulled
that
out
one.
a big long switchblade knife. Quick as a whistle, he began to slice.
Yeah.
That big mean drunk stood back, his face full of tears, looking down at the floor, one of his ears.
A little red Sova. What was the other one, Bobby Bear?
No, the other one was making the best of a bad situation where the alligator bit the guy's ear off. So.
And those are the only 3 he thought of at the time.
Well, in sports, a lot of times these guys that get into the courtrooms are just misunderstood, Paul. And Aldon Smith, the fearsome pass rusher for the San Francisco 49ers, he pled no contest yesterday to 3 felony weapons charges and 2 misdemeanor counts of driving under the influence. I think we've all been there. You're twice the legal limit, and you're driving your car, and a tree jumps out.
Right in front of him?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you're having a party at your house, and you think it's cool to get out a couple of your pistols and shoot them in the air, then somebody stabs you while you're doing that. Crazy parties. Happens all the
It happens.
But what's important here is he's a fearsome pass rusher, so the court said, look, if nothing bad happens for 90 days, we'll clear your record, and when you get back to court and you face the charges for telling everybody at the airport you had a bomb, we had to arrest you because you're not funny. Well, I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
I'm just a pro athlete trying to have a good time.
Then at the end, the judge says, you think we're going to make the playoffs this year?
Can we get by Seattle?
Jeez.
On this date in 1761, in Philadelphia, the first life insurance policy was issued in the U.S. Hey, Apollo! What's the difference between the insurance company CEO and the mafia?
I don't know, Marco. What's the difference?
The difference is the insurance guy can tell you how many guys are going to die that year. The mafia can tell you their names.
Wow.
The first cover of a Beatles song to ever hit the charts hit this date in 1964. Now, here's what the song is supposed to sound like. That was a hit for them in 61 or 2.
Yeah.
The first one to hit the charts by somebody else that was a Beatles song was by Ella Fitzgerald.
Can't buy me love. Can't buy me love.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
Good
buy
stuff.
And they did one called Come Together, America Salutes the Beatles. Not quite as successful. I don't know if you've ever heard Chris Christopherson's version of Paperback Writer.
Oh, no.
But
Did he really?
he did that. Some of the other ones on there, Steve Wariner did Get Back. Tanya Tucker did Something. She's done something with just about everybody.
I didn't know she said son of a gun there to start the song.
Yeah, you got to listen to it carefully. Normally the announcers were talking or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been there.
Why did she say that?
I don't know. Probably because she couldn't say what she wanted to say.
She hit her foot as she was walking up to the microphone to sing.
Yeah, I don't know the story behind that. So.
You don't?
I don't on that.
Hold on. Let me go to current temperatures. It's got to be below freezing there. They should play this in the women's laser clinic here in town.
Oh, God, that's lame. Got an idea for an ad campaign. Are you ready? You're so vain.
Get it?
Hold on. Here's a pen.
Boy,
Sign
you got
here.
some dandies, too, if I may say so myself. Say so myself. Say so